Okay. Alex C, back pocket. Okay.
Hey, voice. All right. Use your voice all day. Use your voice, okay? Swannaroos on 3. 1, 2, 3. Swannaroos. Let's go, boys. 1, 2, 3, 3.
Strong in that quarter was fantastic.
USAFL for another 5 years. As we say good day here from the desert as we get set for the first matchup today. Patrick Machado joined alongside Troy Thompson. How you doing today?
Yeah, good. Enjoyed the nightlife of Tucson last night. Good food, some nice drinks, good company. The teams, some of them would have rested up last night. Some would have been taking the chance to get together and enjoy the entertainment provided here in Tucson. So we might be able to see that once the action starts this morning, but they're looking pretty fresh out there.
And it's a good thing that they don't play tomorrow, if that's the case, right?
Yeah, it'll be a big night tonight of celebration from all the teams getting together, and it's probably one of the best parts of the Nationals once the footy's over, is everyone getting together and having a good time. So I'm sure Tucson will host us beautifully, as they've done here at the footy today and yesterday. So yeah, the sprinklers we know have been on overnight, so the grounds are fresh. We actually don't have any moisture on the ground this morning like we did yesterday morning. It's dry and ready to go.
7 games here today on Field 2 as we crown winners towards the end of the day. That is 6-7 hours from now. Let's get this game underway. The Chicago Swans and the Columbus Cats in a men's Division III matchup. Umpire holds the ball aloft, and away we go. Clash in the middle. Picked up by the Cats, and Chicago will come away with the clearance. Here's the first kick inside 50. One Chicago player surrounded by Cats. It's picked up by Columbus. Here's Derek Shotwell. It'll handball back inside, blocked by number 0, Mike Gurton of the Swans. And it'll be an early holding the ball kick, early holding the ball free kick awarded to the Cats. Good defense from them inside 50. Looking up the center of the ground, trying to find Steinbeck. Good grab by him as he looks towards the near side wing. Spots Clyde Simpson here. As he waits for reinforcements, back inboard. Kick was just out of the way of Raver. In there is Mark McClure. They go to ground and dropping the ball in the tackle. The Chicago Swans with the free. Here's Chotsky. Little handball off to Holiday. Turned over to the Cats. And immediately coughing it up. Little broken play here early. Robertson just on the edge of 50. Now here's the kick inside. Over the heads of everyone. Almost spilled out to a Swan to soccer it out. Cats defense goes to work. Diving on the ball. They'll try to lock this up. Swans calling for ball, and umpire crosses himself. It'll be a ball up, near side, full forward. Back into play. Swans threatening here early. 2 minutes gone in the opening half. Locked up once again, and try to separate them. Swans are out. And immediately swarmed by Cats. Back into play, tapped down by the Swans, kicked out to the near side half forward by Columbus. Giving chase over here. Palm back inside by number 26, O'Shaughnessy. And it'll be a free kick for Columbus. Clyde Simpson to take it.
I did say there was no moisture, but you can see the ball's glistening, so it's picking up a bit off the grass. Mark McClure, interestingly, up at centre half forward to start this morning after he dominated in the ruck in the games yesterday. Steinbeck into the ruck today.
Here's Ziegler's delivery to the near side forward pocket. Takes a bounce towards the goals. Taken by the Swans. Clearing kick just went off of the side of his boot. Adams tried to take the mark. It hit the ground, but a nice diving effort for him. Here's Derek Shotwell. Delivers inside 50. Looking at the far pocket, just out of the reach of number 55, Luke Evans, as whistles went in the meantime. But it will just be a boundary throw. First journey inside 50 for the Cats. And they fight for it over at the line, and it crosses over the end line for the first score of the game. 4 minutes gone, first half. Columbus cat the one behind. Chicago Swans yet to score on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Tried to play on quickly. The umpire just saying, no, you'll need to come back and do that again.
It's Hugh Robertson to start the play back up for Chicago. Looking up that far side wing. Turned over to Mark McClure with some speed. Plays on, run down tackle from behind by Holiday. Got the kick away. Potentially able to affect it, and Chicago will clear. It'll be a boundary throw. Half forward, far side. Chicago not out of the woods yet. Chicago with the tap. Good tap by the ruck for the Cats. But the Chicago Swans with the clearance will just get it as far as they can as reinforcements arrive from inside 50. Handball by Dean Panic. Over the line, boundary throw.
Swans did well just to hold it up there till the cavalry arrived, and in the form of the boundary throw-in. So everybody's now there, and they can reset inside the 50.
Thrown back into play. Tap down by Garton. Ground ball. They fight for it. Now a kick to the edge of 50, and it's marked by Chicago. That is number 9. Trying to read the name.
Fenwick Nevin.
Fenwick Nevin delivers. Top of the square, and it's touched over and through for a behind. So one behind apiece as we've traveled 6 minutes into this opening half. That's on the Watch AFL scoreboard, the official international streaming partner of the AFL. From the kick in, tapped down by the Swans. Wrapped up in a tackle, got the handball away. Kick on the outside of the boot and sprays that out on the full end. Chicago will have a shot on goal around about 45 out, sharp angle. Charlton White with the footy in his hands. Centering ball off the hands of a Cat. Spills out the back, missed the kick. And the Cats are able to clear. Back out to the middle. Chicago looking to enter once again. Little handball into space. Stokely Abuna chasing after it now as they all go to ground. Running away with it is Alec Dooley. Long and high kick over to Jack T. Far side, half forward. Columbus threatening once again. Little palm over to a friendly Swan. Here's the kick inside 50. One man back, and dropping the mark is Hugh Robertson. They'll have enough time to find a player in Charlton White. And the Swans are pushing forward once again. Losing his mouth guard was O'Shaughnessy. And back inside 50 go the Cats. Spills out to Derek Shotwell. Shotwell shakes past his defender. Centering ball. Takes a couple deflections. Little bicycle kick trying to direct it on goal. And it's picked up by Chicago just short of the boundary line and cleared out to half forward.
Good to see O'Shaughnessy just up and okay there after that heavy block from Clyde Simpson on the wing.
The long shot from the edge of 50 goes not left enough, and a cross for a minor score. 2-1 the score here as we approach the midway point of this opening half.
Yeah, both teams playing very high up the ground and very open forward lines. So when it's been getting in there, they really haven't had good targets. So we can see if they can sort that out.
Columbus breaks up that kick as they go to work. In there is Dennis Steinbeck for the Cats. Obuna picks it up. He delivers inside 50. Swan should have an easy exit here. Nice candy sell. Finds Brad Clifton in the center of the ground. He'll slow play down a little bit. Now Chicago with a chance to move forward. Continuing down the line, little kick into the corridor. Nice mark there by Mike Gurton. As he'll wait for his players to swarm inside 50. Here's the kick. Nice grab. And number 25, Oliver Stewart will have a shot at goal. Top of the square, marked inside the square. Plays on. There's a goal for Fenwick Nevin. And it's the first major of the game. Chicago 1-1-7. Columbus Cats 2 behinds. 5-point lead to Chicago on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Yeah, even if he had not marked that, it would have been a goal. It was paid downfield. There was contact after he kicked that ball in, and the umpire had paid the free kick down the field. But he didn't need it.
Not at all.
Played on, got the job done.
Over 40% of Tasmania is protected wilderness, including national parks and reserves. It is a paradise on earth for hikers, adventurers, and nature lovers. Thank you to Tasmania for being a proud partner of the USAFL. Back in the middle, 9.5 to play here in the opening half. In this men's Division III matchup from the Kino Sports Complex in Tucson, Arizona for the 2025 USAFL National Tournament. Out of the middle, the Cats with first service, and it'll be a free kick the way of Chicago. Delivers to the near side. Grabs by number 31, Charlton White. He delivers inside 50 to the far side pocket, and marked once again by Fenwick Nevin with a chance to go back for his second.
Yeah, great play, looking for the full forward up there. Led and honoured him with the nice pass out in front, so he could just run onto that out in space, out on the fat side of the ground.
Round about 25, 20 meters out. Little bit of an angle. He wasn't missing from there. It's a goal. 2 for Chicago, 2 for Fenwick Nevin, 2-1-13 the Swans. Columbus Cats 2 behinds. 11-point lead to the men in red on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Back in the middle, 8 minutes to play here in the opening half. Tossed up, Mark McClure, Jeff Kramer was in there for the Swans. Little kick in danger, and it'll be a free kick the way of Columbus.
Yeah, umpires certainly don't like to see that at any stage. Big boot when there's players over the ball.
Kick off the hands of Mark McClure. Here's a little line drive kick inside 50, picked up by Columbus, wheeling around, delivering one to the forward pocket. Intercept mark taken by the Swans.
That'll be 50. Just running over the mark, thinking that the Chicago player was going to play on there, but the umpire said, no, you can't do that, come back here.
So free 50, taken out to the arc. Sent into the middle of the ground, comfortably into the arms of O'Shaughnessy. Delivers to the half-forward end. Well read by the Columbus defender as they look to push the pace here. Kicked into the way of number 54, Kevin Kuntz. And it's over the line, out of bounds. Throw in with 6.5 to play in the opening half. Columbus searching for their first goal, trailing by 11 points to Chicago. Flung back into play, tapped down, Chicago with the clearance. And play on the call as it went off the hands of a Swan. And back in the forward end, they now go. It's out of bounds. Throw in for throw in the Chicago forward end of the field now. Tapped down by McClure. With it is Alec Dooley. Handball over to Abuna. Soccered off the ground. Well done by the Cats. Counter-attack is on. Got the handball away from the tackle. Swans pick it up. Good kick just out of the reach of the half forward there. And out of bounds once again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll notice now McClure back into the ruck for Columbus, and they'll win a lot more first use of the ball. They'd like to have him up forward as well, but you can't be in two places at once.
They have not figured out a way to clone yourself yet. Believe me, I've tried to see the amount of...
The big fella would be pretty handy to have two of.
Back into play. Off the hands of both number 42s in the ruck. Josh Holliday had a tap with it for the Swans. Back the other way go the Cats, and they'll mark just on the edge of 50 and signal to the umpire that he will go back for a shot, but he squares one up to the center, looking to improve the angle for Derek Shotwell. And he'll have a shot around about 50 meters out. He plays on, delivers one to the far side pocket, coughed up to Chicago.
He didn't realize he had McClure was trying to sneak around the back and get it there. He would have probably got that distance.
Kick was weighted a little too much off the kick in from the square, but well done by Chicago to get the play moving in their direction. A.J. Crossley. Near side wing, looks back into the corridor, and a call behind the play. Looks like Chicago's going to get a free here.
I think from the previous play, the boundary umpire saying I called it out, but you didn't bring it back. So I think we're going to have a ball in here.
Oh, didn't look out to me.
No, but anyway.
Chicago will take it.
On we go.
Back inside 50 go Chicago, go the Columbus Cats. Flung back into play. Ball in dispute. Picked up by Mark McClure. Shakes past a couple of players and a shot on goal. And there is the Cats first.
Yeah, nice work there by McClure, just picking up, running through. He could have taken it himself, but made the right decision. Gave it off to Danilo. He made no mistake. It was a bit of a floater, but doesn't matter. Went to the right of that big goal post, and they get the 6 points.
So they cut the lead down to 5. Chicago Swans are 2-1-13. Columbus Cats improved to 1-2-8. 5-point lead with 2 to the Swans with 2.5 to play here in the opening half. That's thanks to Watch AFL. Off the restart, thumped ahead by the Cats. Clyde Simpson tries to bring it into his chest. Eventually does on the third try. Line drive, kick it in the pocket. Off the hands of the Swans. Battling on the ground. Little handball outside to McClure. Here's a long kick from around about 45 out. And it's not driven, out on the full actually. So no score. Remains a 5-point lead to the Swans. Approaching 1 minute remaining in this opening half. Nice grab by Holiday. Looking up the far side wing. Finds Danilo. One last chance for the Swans forward with a minute remaining. Danilo finds Charlton White. Here's the kick inside 50. Pack crashes the ball, and what a grab there. And number 9, Fenwick Nevin, with a chance to make it a 3-goal half. From 35 out, that one will drift off to the left, and it misses everything. No score. That should pretty much do it for this half. Not enough time for the Cats to make it down the field. I think they know that too. Good grab by McClure. Siren should go any second. Maybe one last chance for the Cats if they kick it quick. But the whistle will beat them. So after 20 minutes of play, it's the Chicago Swans with a 5-point lead over the Columbus Cats, 2-1-13 to 1-2-8.
Yeah, nice work by the Swans. Probably deserved to be leading by a bit more. Had more of the ball in their own half. The Cats, on the other hand, in the contest all around the ground, just that one goal to an Uber down there, getting on the end of it, they, used the ball well when they had it in there. So just 5 points behind, they give themselves a good chance in their second half, I think, maybe with a little bit of breeze.
One goal in this game as we go into the break. 13 plays 8. Chicago over Columbus. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment. Whether you're exploring nature or enjoying a glass of sparkling, Tasmania offers something truly distinctive. Tasmania is a proud sponsor of the USAFL. Back here in Tucson for the second half of play between the Chicago Swans and the Columbus Cats in this men's Division III matchup at the 2025 USAFL Nationals. Patrick Machado joined alongside Troy Thompson in a half that was dominated by Chicago in their forward half, but only the 2 goals to show for it in a 5-point lead.
Yeah, on the Watch AFL scoreboard around the grounds from the other Division III match going on at the moment over on Cooper's Field. Halftime, the North Texas Devils 3-3-21 leading Minnesota Freeze 1 goal.
Watch AFL is the official international streaming partner of the AFL. Back underway for half number 2. Big clash in the middle.
Yeah, Mark McClure got right up there and just came down real hard on the ground.
Slow to
He's
get
sitting
up
up
there. Yeah.
at least, so I think he's going to be okay, but he's going to be sore.
Swans kicking from, sorry.
I was just going to say, in fact, he's going to go off for a bit of a rest and get checked out, I'd say, by the medical staff.
As here come the Swans kicking from right to left this half. Columbus Cats kicking from left to right.
The Cats do have a small bench today. See a bit of attrition at these tournaments. 2 games yesterday, lost a couple of players. So we'll see how that pans out in this match. Chicago with 4 or 5 on the bench.
Here comes Chicago trying to push it back the other way. Umpire calls holding the ball, and Swans will play quickly, trying to deliver a kick just out of the reach of Stu Nickel. Trying to play on quickly from the free kick, and Derek Shotwell will clear the lines for Chicago. Little side-winding kick, misses his intended target in Ziegler. And the handball goes off the body of Luke Evans. It'll be out of bounds. Broadcast side, center of the ground. Toss back into play. Back towards his boundary line side. Gets the kick away to half forward. And winning some territory are the Cats on that. Going to be a throw in on the near side half forward pocket. Thrown back in. Chicago will kick out to the center of the ground and right back where we started.
Yeah, as we mentioned yesterday, in AFL football, that probably would have been given an insufficient intent, but not playing that rule here in general.
Still a little too hard to officiate what is or isn't intent.
I'm not sure in the AFL they actually can either.
Yeah,
They don't give you the benefit of the doubt, that's for sure.
A little bit of a different standard here, I think.
They do give away 50-metre penalties if you don't give the ball back, though.
Absolutely, and
Try and waste a bit of time.
it's a quick way for Chicago to get their third. That's a killer. As Stu Nickel will go back and kick one directly in front. Makes no mistake, and the Chicago Swans are out to a 2-goal. Are out with their first goal of the game of this half. Out to an 11-point lead, almost a 2-goal lead. 3-1-19 plays 1-2-8.
Yeah, that 11 versus 12 points could be a big difference in the end. But at this stage, very good start to the second half. That's exactly what they would have wanted, getting that early goal on the board. And Stu Nickel, the veteran, make no mistake with that kick there.
And a costly 50 given away by Columbus. Wrong area of the ground not to be given the ball back. Leads to 6. Off the toss up in the middle. Chicago player immediately wrapped up in the tackle. Clifton with the kick out to the far side. takes a high bounce. Little tap there by Alec Dooley. Wins the football. Chicago back the other way. David Martin running into the center, gets the handball away from the tackle. Swans now on the ball. Looking to go in the center of the ground, and it will be holding the football. Chicago, is pointed the wrong way.
Yeah.
It will be a Columbus free.
And good to see Mark McClure back out on the ground now. They'll certainly need him out there if the Cats are to pull back into this.
Players crash the pack, spoil the mark from their own man.
You'll just see him slip forward here in anticipation of them winning this ball out from the clearance.
On the edge of 50. Columbus with a chance to get that goal back.
Oh.
Pushes his man out of the ruck, and that's as clear as a push in the back as you'll ever see. Chicago free kick. 5 minutes traveled, second half. Chicago Swans with an 11-point lead. Near side wing. Mark taken by Hugh Robertson. Long kick into the lead of number 26, O'Shaughnessy. He stumbled a little bit, couldn't get clean hands on ball. Jed Martin delivers one in the near side pocket, and it just couldn't be kept in. Out of bounds, near side.
Stu Niggle was hoping it was in there, but the boundary umpire had already claimed, put the arm up and said that's over the line. So Stu would have been off to the races again there.
Long throw in, spills out to Charlton White. Highly congested football. Umpire will cross himself and ball it up. 50 meters out from goal. Tapped down by the Swans. They all fight for it on the deck. Wrapped up again, and they'll try to separate them once more. 6 minutes gone, second half. Be a massive goal for Chicago if they're able to put one up here. Spills out to number 34 of the Cats. And delivers one to the top of the square. Off hands. Handball out to the pocket by the Cats. And up against the boundary line, looking for some space to handball one through, and it's out of bounds. Throw in deep inside the Chicago attacking 50. As the grounds are getting a little bit busier as everyone arrives for their games. Nice job to get the kick away, but Chicago is right there at the fall of the ball. And it'll be Hugh Robertson with a chance to put another major up on the board. Delivers one, it's straight, and it is through. Chicago Swans with their, oh no, it's not. Just the minor score.
A little bit.
Boundary umpire in front of me thought it was through too, but now it's out to a 2-goal lead for the Swans. 12 points to diff, 20 plays 8 on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
Yeah, a little bit of parallax error there. We get that sometimes.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Parallax error. It's when you're looking at something at an angle and you can't see that it's actually straight.
So that's what the term for that is.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. Here comes Chicago back the other way. Spots a man on a one-on-one. Delivers it far side pocket. And it'll be a throw in deep inside the forward 50 for the Cats.
I don't think it's just an Australian thing. Otherwise it'd be called paro error or something like that.
Can the Cats get one back here? Plenty of time left in this second half. Ball tossed back into play.
They'll need to do that one again.
Too shallow. Off the restart. Wrapped up in the tackle is Charlton White.
I was going to say, don't be surprised if you see McClure try and take it out of the ruck there, and he may try it again here.
Needs to get clean possession out of it. Here he does. Takes it out of the ruck. Gets the handball out. And kick was smothered. Going out to the pocket and kicked by Shotwell.
That was an absolute brick wall there Chicago put up, and Shotwell tried to get around it. In the end, they did enough to pressure the kick.
Just trying to get any shot away. Good defense by the Swans. Now they're out on the counterattack. Jed Martin looks up the center of the ground. And taking it from coast to coast and delivering it to a one-on-one comfortably into the arms of Fenwick Nevin off the kick from Pete O'Shaughnessy. End-to-end action should lead to Chicago's fourth.
Yeah, great work of the ball through the middle. As they always say, high risk, high reward.
And
well, a little reward at least.
A little reward as he sprays that one to the left for a minor score. 3-3-21 plays 1-2-8. Chicago Swans 13 points ahead of the Cats on the Watch AFL scoreboard. 10.5 played in this second half. Kick-ins on the near side pocket off the hands of Clyde Simpton. Picked up by Jesse Rogers.
Oh, no.
And clanger kick.
Couldn't have picked him out much better, the opposition forward.
Gifting Chicago a chance here. As he strides in. Kick is on the way. And it is through for a goal. Now Chicago get their fourth goal. 4-3-27 plays 1-2-8 on the Watch AFL scoreboard. It was either Robertson or Charlton White. I believe it was the latter.
Yeah. And befitting his double-barreled surname, he took a very long run up at that, went through his process, and kicked that beautifully for a goal.
So Chicago really widening out the lead here with 8 minutes to play in the game. Danilo, handball to the right, spots a man. And diving for that is Mike Girton. And I think it's going to come back for a Columbus free. So central umpire is insinuating. Indeed, that's the case.
Yeah, quick ball movement is the order of the day now for the Cats.
It's got to go forward quickly. Need a quick one. 7 minutes to play here. To the edge of 50. Player takes it on a one hop. Now delivers one to the top of the square. This one will take a bounce and go through the big sticks. There's what they needed. Columbus Cats get one back.
Well, we asked for quick and a couple of real penetrating kicks there. Great finish for Columbus. Keeps them in it.
Back to a 13-point margin. Chicago Swans lead the Columbus Cats 4-3-27 to 2-2-14. Still very much in the balance here. Back in the middle. Tapped down by Steinbeck. Congested in the middle, holding the ball. Columbus is going to get a free here. Obuna delivers one to the far wing. Now up the center ground to the edge of 50, over the head of the pack. High ball, Edge of the square. Daniel Raver couldn't bring it in. Off the ground, Chicago. Charlton White back in defense. Spots Hugh Robertson. And well done by the Swans to end that chance for the Cats. Directing traffic now. Goes to a one-on-one directly in front of us, off hands. Corralled in by Danilo. Palmed out of the contest. Obuna is in there. Here come the Cats. Kevin Kuntz delivers one of the edge of 50. Bounces over Alec Dooley. Back out into the corridor. Off the hands of Kramit. Luke Evans delivers one inside 50. There's a free kick the way of the Cats as Luke Evans was infringed upon. It's going to come back into the center of the ground.
We saw an Uber
Very
before.
close to being downfield.
Yeah, very. We saw an Uber before. He's got a good boot on him, so he'll send it inside 50.
Off the hands of Jed Martin. Socked off the ground by Clyde Simpson. Ball in dispute on the deck. Umpire crosses himself. It'll be a ball up with about 4 minutes to play here in the half. And in this game, Columbus Cats need a goal. Converging on the ball now on the edge of 50. Far side half forward. Sent down the wing. It's going to be out on the full. And Onuba will take this free.
Be looking for the tall target.
Squaring ball. Looking for McClure. Off his palms. Got the handball away from the tackle. Picked up by the Cats. Little squaring kick. Broken up by the Swans. Shot well. Kick by McClure, and it was drifting off to the left and through for behind.
Yeah, just a little bit hurried there and didn't quite get the ball drop right.
So now it's a 2-goal game. 27 plays 15. 3 minutes to play. Certainly not out of the realm of possibility.
Oh, there's a big torpedo.
Long kick all the way out to the center. Takes a friendly bounce. That's one way to flip the field.
Gotta love the torp out of fullback. Beautifully executed there and gained them plenty of ground.
But then the Swans held the Columbus player. It's a free kick. Coughed up. Swans inside 50. Intercept mark taken in defense by the Cats. Now everything's got to go forward. Daniel Raver for Columbus. Little chip kick. Was looking for Evans in the area. Swans will flip the field into an open wing. Soccered off the ground. Finds the boundary line. Out of bounds. 2 minutes to play in the half.
Nice work there by Shotwell. Made sure he trapped the ball and didn't overrun it. Kept it in front of him. In the end, it got away, though.
Need a quick clearance. Here are the Cats. They're going to get one. Down the line, only a Swan in the area off the palms of Hamilton Smith. And good pressure by the Cats to force them over the line.
Free kick. The tackle has been awarded.
Oh! And McClure tumbles over.
He's just gone back there and he's tripped over
The
some
debris.
tents and all sorts of things on the sideline, unfortunately.
Delivers one into the pocket. Mark taken. Got to go back quickly and take this. No time really to take the full allotted time given. Rob Adams with around about a 40-meter kick on a sharp angle as we approach 1 minute to play here in the game. This has to be through the big sticks. It's going to die just short of the post, and it is out the other side. No score. Play keeps on moving, and the Swans can pretty much run this out if they want.
Yeah, nice mark there by Robinson, just making sure that the mark is taken, that no one from Columbus could get hold of that.
Swans possession on the far side. Can eat up as much time as they can. Handball inside 50 with some time to run around and have a ping for goal. Takes a bounce and through for a minor score. 28 plays 15 in the final seconds here. And the Chicago Swans will win this Battle of the Midwest as we go final. 4-4-28 plays 2-3-15. Swans 13-point winners over the Cats.
Yeah, the Swans clearly the better side throughout that game. Said the first half they probably could have done a bit more on the scoreboard, but they made sure they got it done in the second half. Columbus probably suffered a bit from, as I said, that injury to Mark McClure, and he was off the field for quite a bit. They really needed him. They're probably a little bit lower down on manpower today than they were yesterday, but all credit goes to Chicago for a great win.
Coming up next on this field, now we start getting into implications here for some hardware. It is the men's Division II prelim final between the San Diego Lions and the Baltimore Dockers, coming up in about 10 minutes' time at the 2025 USAFL National Tournament.